Ratatouille is not only a popular French dish, but it's also a popular 2007 animated movie by Pixar. But let's focus on the French dish for a little while. Ratatouille is a traditional French dish that consists mostly of stewed vegetables. It's not only popular across France, but also popular across the entire Mediterranean coast, especially during summertime. Now, for its origin, there's not really much known about the origin, but we do know that it's originated in two popular French cities that look like they're pronounced as Provence and Nice, but I'm pretty sure I botched those pronunciations. To quote Joel Robuchon from the book The Complete Robuchon, the secret of a good ratatouille is to cook the vegetables separately, so each will taste truly of itself.
Oui, oui.
Oui, oui. Ratatouille is usually served kind of on the side, not normally as the main dish, but it may also be served as a meal on its own, which can be accompanied by grain food such as rice or bread. Tomatoes are pretty much the main ingredient of a good ratatouille, but also it includes garlic, onions, zucchini, eggplant, bell peppers, marjoram, fennel, and basil, as well as other herbs and spices. There are multiple methods to cook ratatouille, but one popular method is simply to saute all the vegetables combined. However, some other cooks who specialize in the dish of ratatouille, such as Julia Child, insist on layering all the vegetables, such as the eggplant and the zucchini, being sauteed separately, while the other vegetables are made into a sauce. However, another method favored by the previous person I quoted, Joel Robuchon, who also specializes in ratatouille, similarly uses this method, except the ingredients are not baked in an oven, but are combined in a large pot and simmered. This has been the history and the making of ratatouille. This is the history of baguettes.
Represent Taco Bell Dorito shop, huh?
Didn't see you there. Alright, let's get right into it. Baguettes. A baguette is a long, thin loaf of French bread that is commonly made from basic lean dough. The dough, though not the shape, is defined by French law. The word baguette was not used to refer to a type of bread until 1920. The word derived from the Italian baccetta, that means wand or baton. Though the baguette today is often considered one of the symbols of French culture viewed from abroad, the association of France with long loaves predates any mention of it. Long, if wide loaves have been made since the time of Louis XIV, long thin ones since the mid-18th century, and by the 19th century, some were far longer than the baguette. The first steam oven was brought in the early 19th century to Paris by none other than the Austrian officer August Zang, who also introduced Vienna bread and the croissant, and whom some French sources thus credit with the origination of the baguette. An unsourced article in The Economist states that in the October of 1920, a law prevented makers from working before 4 a.m., making it impossible to make the traditional round loaf in time for customers' breakfasts. The slender baguette, the article claims, solved the problem because it could simply be prepared and baked much more rapidly, though France already had long thin breads at that point. Baguettes are closely connected to France, though they are made around the world. In France, not all long loaves are baguettes. Examples are a short, almost rugby ball that is shaped and is called the bétard, or a torpedo loaf in English. Outside France, Bugattis are also made with other doughs. The Vietnamese banh mi uses a high proportion of rice flour, while many North American bakeries make whole wheat, multigrain, and sourdough baguettes alongside French-style loaves. And I'm happy to say that that concludes our bigot introduction. France, not all long loaves are baguettes. For example, a short, almost rugby ball-shaped loaf is a petard, or a torpedo loaf in English. Outside France, Bugattis are also made with other doughs.
Ratatouille. Ratatouille is not only a popular French dish, but it's also a popular 2007 animated movie. But let's focus on the French dish for a little while. Oh no.
Right. What we got here is an Australian penguin crocodile mix with a squid on top of its head. A purple one, I might add. That's a very strange sight indeed, but a very cool one to witness in person. Right now, as you can see, he's struggling to get to a high place to find prey, so we're not going to approach him right now. We'll just take a step back and look at him from afar until we can get a close-up in the recent times. Alright, since he's out of our sight, let's go in for the close-up. We gotta stay quiet now, otherwise he'll see us and attack us with a spear. Oh no! Oh no!